Now it's time for Rupert's Royal Roundup.
Rupert's Royal Roundup.
Good morning, Rupert.
Good morning. I've got the shirt to match that face that you just put on the screen this morning.
Are you about to play polo?
No, I'm about to go. I'm about to go and watch the final round of the Open Championship for TalkSport and TalkSport 2. So that's my job. I'm heading out to the golf course as soon as I've finished speaking to you two.
Well, we're very honoured that you are speaking to us this morning. So the big story, I suppose, royal-wise, George, 10.
Yeah, well, where's it all come from? Well, you know, suddenly thinking he's 10 years of age, and we've seen these photographs everywhere, plastered everywhere, of him sitting on some steps. Very good photographs. Unusually, well, actually, quite often the photographs that the palace have released, or the Prince of Wales's family have released, is taken by Kate. But this time they've obviously they brought in a photographer, and they're, you know, good photographs, as you would expect. And obviously he's beaming away and smiling, and nice to see. But obviously this is all part of, in a way, giving them some photographs and then leave him to get on with his own life. And this is the strategy. And obviously a birthday is a convenient point. And obviously now we know that, you know, clearly with the Queen dying last year, well, he is now second in line to the throne. So that is the point why these photographs are released, because of his increasingly significant role within the constitution of this country. I mean, it is extraordinary. You're right. Of course, it's terribly cleverly choreographed, the whole thing. I thought he looked a very mature young man, actually, and it's a beautiful photograph, actually. And I think it actually encapsulates the family. I think Kate's influence is really good on that family. She's she's brought normality to that family, or as normal as it can be. Yeah, and last week they were at the Wimbledon final, and we saw them sort of beaming away and enjoying an afternoon. Okay, they were a very lucky family because they're in the front row of the royal box. Very lucky. But it was a long final for a 10-year-old to sit through, and an 8-year-old, I think it is, to sit through. It's quite a marathon. Yeah. In every sense it was, but they seem to be enjoying it, and that is a testament to their parents, to make sure that they're relaxed in that environment, and keeping an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old to do as they're told is also quite a skill. So, as we probably all know. Well, indeed. And also, as you say, this is all about succession planning, isn't it? The fact is that it's as I said, carefully choreographed, so that they give the pictures, but at the same time, they're very keen that they have a private life. But at the same time, this also fits into the King's idea of a slimmed-down monarchy. Well, yes, and obviously, they've got some, there's been quite a lot, again, with the sort of the people who've left have suddenly found themselves back in the headlines or spotlight again, with sort of various allegations around. And obviously, in Meghan's case, we've been hearing, she wanted to take Air Force One. I mean, this is such a brilliant story. It is such a brilliant story. So tell us the story, Rupert. Well, in essence, basically, after the funeral, it is alleged that she asked to see if they could fly back on the Air Force One with the Bidens. Well, I think it was given short shrift, so we're led to believe, and that they had to make their own way back. But it's quite punchy to assume that the Bidens would be happy to have them on the plane. Clearly, from their point of view, it would have been a very good, and they probably thought the optics of this would be very good. But obviously the Bidens and maybe British palace officials saw through the ruse that they were trying to bring if they did fly back in Air Force One. So it clearly is a complicated one for the Meghan and Harry now to try and move on. And actually, one other thing about them, there is this writers' strike in Hollywood. Now, of course, that has an impact on their Netflix deal, because nothing is being made at the moment as a result of this writers' strike in Hollywood. And clearly, with their plans to produce films and things, it's going to mean that they're not able to turn around any ideas that they have, because they're not able to, because everything's on hold in Hollywood. So they have got they've got some commercial issues that they have to resolve. But it's not just them. It's, there will be legions of production companies going through the same issue. And if you look at, and that actually has an impact over here, because we make a lot of films over here produced by Hollywood writers. So you know, there is a knock-on effect from that, not only affecting Meghan and Harry, but actually affecting lots of other people as well.
Renee, you had a little quip earlier, which, what was that, Renee?
That every cloud has a silver lining.
Well,
She's
happy days.
She's very naughty, isn't she, Dr. Rennie? Rupert, thank you very much indeed for that. Really good to speak to you. Do enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. And that, of course, was Rupert's Roundup.
Rupert's Royal Roundup.